Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Cosplay Michael Myers, or on Instagram, the real Michael Myers. I decided to take time to make a video. I don't know if it'll be a hit or a miss, who knows, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. Decided to do a kind of like all my Myers cosplays things, the accessories, everything that goes with it. So let's get to it real quick. So we'll go ahead and start with the Halloween 78 part 1. This was my very first coveralls by Dickies. It has the straps and stuff like the zippers on it. I just used duct tape to cross it out and threw in some bullet holes in there. I had that like look at the time. So this was my very first pair of coveralls that I had. So really, it's kind of sentimental. So these are the Dickies coveralls that I had normally. That with these I would wear like these type shoes. These are just a basic like work shoes from Skechers. Don't even remember on it, but you know, they have been worn out, kind of like say. So yeah, and I do use these for several others, but I'll go ahead and get back to that. But yeah, this is like my first pair of shoes. Is before everything was around that you could go on the internet and check out saying, hey, I need those. So also I use the Spirit Halloween knife and stuff like that as like a prop and everything, or you know, as a knife prop in the beginning. So now I kind of like moved a little bit from that. So here is my now Halloween 78. I can't like really like see, but okay. So here it is. It's kind of like grayish type by Redknapp. You can go and pick them up like from like Amazon or whatever it is. Put the pocket in there, stuff. So I go and use this more now as far as like the 78 goes. As far as like the knife and everything, I go and use, this was made by Trick or Treat Studios. You have to be really fragile because this thing will break off. But I did go and use latex with blood. As far as like the coverings go, it does come off, but it has that realistic, like nasty, gross type of, hey, there I am, gross thing. Sometimes I will go and use, this is a basic knife. As you can tell, it's like it broke right there, because the only thing about these, like resin, aluminum, they do bend very easily, and then they're like kind of like flimsy. I have like 2 of these, and I was trying to straighten it out and then like snap. But the Trick or Treat one is basic. So if you go and like look at it, they're the same size, same length. With this is $19.99, stuff like that. If you wanted like the resin, that's going to be a little bit more for you. So like I said, is, you know, comes like that. You can probably find it maybe a little bit cheaper. As far as like the mask goes, this is my newest one. This is the Shape 78 Nag. Which is really cool. I like this. I've never shown like really anybody this. mask. So it goes with that. And then here is my other, this kind of has big giant huge sentimental value to me. Because this was my first one of my very first Myers masks that I started cosplaying really in. Was this. This was made by Trick or Treat Studios. I redid the hair and the whole 9 yards. So the last outing that I did with this, I wore this out there. So I repoofed the hair, redid everything. So this one holds dear. This is like the main thing right here. This is what started me on this. So it goes with that. And then there it is. Okay. Here is the Fear Mask by Cemetery Gate Productions by Terry Lambert, which is also, I like this mask, is pretty darn accurate as well. It's very good. It's the H2 Creep by Justin Mabry in the Sugarman Gallery. So been wearing this one too. This one's very, very well done hair standing. It's awesome mask. I just get tons of compliments on this one. So let's jump to Halloween 2. So here's my Redknapp Halloween 2 coveralls here. And let me see if I can change the lighting in this. So it's not, no, can't do that. Okay. So don't know if you can see, but there's the bullet holes in this. I did take a lot of measurements and looked at tons of pictures of Dick Warlock wearing this. So I only worn this a couple of times. So redid everything. I always go and do my own coveralls. I always go and rehash and redo everything if I go and like do it correctly. This is some of the props for part 2 maybe you would want. This is the Trick or Treat Studios scalpel, and redid it in latex as well as like blood latex on there. So repainted it. If you want, you can always go and use this. This could be used for H2 and H4 or 2018 Myers, because you can go and beat down, or you can go and use this and slam it right there, or you can always go and don't know where it went. It's somewhere. There it is. Okay. Lost where it went. So, the Elrod or this is by Trick or Treat Studios. Of course, you can tell it's not like shiny, but really he never had it for like that long. So this is the Elrod knife by Trick or Treat Studios, and I repainted it with liquid latex and blood. Made it. There's no. Fortunately, there really isn't, much of an Elrod type one unless you buy a real one. I did get a real scalpel. I didn't know it was. They said it was a prop, but I sat there and it's like, oh, let me see if this is con safe. Sat there and blood just came out, and I was just like, oh, this is real. So, here's my part 2's mask with it. This is done by Terry Lambert as well. This is the Dick Warlock, one of my newer ones. And then it has the the needle stitch right there. And then also if I wanted to, you know, redo it later on, like if I was going to go to a convention, and if I wanted to go like to another one, I can always come back and do this one. And I don't have to change coveralls. I can always go and use the same coveralls in this. And it has the blood as far as the sewing in it. So let's go, and then as far as like shoes goes, I go and use those type of shoes that I showed, the Skechers. Oh, the Halloween 78 boots. There's a Vietnam type rest boot that was used in the movie. So took plenty of that. So yeah, you can pick this up anywhere. You just put the Amazon or, you know, Vietnam type boots, and there you go. You can have that. They're not the most comfortablest things in the world, so buy like cushy insoles type thing. So my newest cosplay that I have going is Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers. Did this cosplay a couple of weeks ago. Just a blue type of, it was gray. I went to go use dye and dyed it for a couple of days and came out blue. And it came out very well, I think. I think it's very well done and well made. It is heavy, but if you ever used the 2018 coveralls, those are also heavy, so they're probably about the same as far as that goes. And the mask for that one, right here from Trick or Treat Studios, I redid everything, and the hair, put a little bit of touch of paint on him, so did very well. I thought it was very well made and very cool to go and do for once, change it up and stuff like that. I thought it was very cool and different to do and have fun with. As far as the knife goes, it could be the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 4 knife. And there it is right there. I do need to go and redo that because a little bit sticky and it doesn't do very well. So, and that's pretty much it, because really he barely even used a knife. He mostly used his hands on a lot of things, and you just can walk around, just use your hands. So that is Halloween 4. As far as the shoes, I used the Skechers. Same thing with Halloween 5, which are coming up too. I used the Skechers too, because really couldn't see what kind of like boots, but you know, I mean, that's how it goes. Oh, let's jump back to 78 real quick. Right here is Bob. So that is the ghost. And here's the Bob glasses. You just go and like anywhere and pick up these. They're not prescription or anything, so you just pick them up and put them over, and there you go. So that's Bob. I forgot to cross over, sorry Bob. So let's go to Halloween 5. Halloween 5 of the mask. Trick or Treat Studios did a little repaint on it. The hair, I need to like comb it down, fringe it down a little bit there, but yeah, I just wasn't a thing with this. Is just like you need to seriously just douse it with probably hairspray or something like that, and just like keep it combed and work on it and stuff like that. So that's how that one would go. Unfortunately, is that it goes. This is the heaviest of the coveralls. Pick this one up from Aromac. It's all buttoned and it's all denim. So this gets hot. And this gives no whatsoever. Wore this to the the Nightmare Toys in Las Vegas last year at their grand opening, because a couple of their stars was there. So I did that, and did want to do the gunshots a little bit, and you know, hey, there you are. So it's hard to say where he was shot because there's only some images that show where he was shot, and blended up. I just guessed and went this way. So this is the Halloween 5 Curse of Michael Myers, or Revenge of Michael Myers. I'm sorry. Pick up a mask there. So did that. Also the Skechers as well. So we'll go on to 2018, and here is the Smith's Grove cosplay that I've done only a couple of times. It's pretty simple, just white shirt and stuff like that. So, and probably one of the most comfortablest ones. So, and then you just get yourself some flip-flops with your white socks, and there you go. You got Smith's Grove. And do have two of them. Got two of them due to the fact because I was wearing it for 2 days at Monsterpalooza a couple of years ago. So other than washing it and then coming back late, washing it, going back the next day, I decided to just ring around two of them and did two. And then I'll go to the chain. So I do have those too. As far as the 2018 coming up here is the coveralls for 2018. They've been pretty much broken in because I've worn the heck out of this. Had the bullet holes in the front and the back. So that I always wear either a blue or a gray or a black shirt with it. With those type of boots for 2018 are these. Fortunately, it doesn't have, it's all worn out. So I think I picked these up at a shoe store online that was very accurate, and they said that they used. So these are the shoes that was used for 2018. And then the knife, you can go to Trick or Treat Studios and pick one up, or this one is made by the aluminum cast as well, that was done. So I was thinking about probably maybe picking one up, maybe because it's only $10 or something like that, Trick or Treat Studios. So this one's not a bent because this is just very, very small texture as far as the line goes for that. As well, one little more note, let me break it out real quick. If I can get in there. Oh, there we go. Thing with the suitcase. There it is. Okay, so do have actual casings for the Smith's Grove Michael Myers. I had a friend that I did work with. Husband worked in corrections, so picked these up for me. So these would go on your ankles, these would go on your wrists. These are real. Do not lose the key, because that would be bad, because you couldn't just and then did find a guy, which was very cool that he did that. engraved. Let me see, there you go. Engraved that, put that in the laser engrave into the actual cuffs for it. I've only like worn these like at Monsterpalooza and Texas Frightmare. So these are pretty long. This is what it looks like here. So these are actually stainless steel. These are real. These are not fake. Do not lose the key if you're cosplaying these, because you'll be stuck forever. All right, so that's about it. So that's all my cosplays 2018 all the way straight through. Hopefully this would made you a little bit more entertained and more info as far as your next upcoming cosplay as Michael. So thank you, take it easy, and remember, every day is Halloween. Bye.